Capitolo 1. C'era una volta.
All'età di 4 anni e quasi 10 kg di peso, ho dovuto fare i conti con la femminilità. All'asilo, le mie compagne camminavano mettendo in moto nuvole di lunghi e setosi capelli. Devo ammetterlo, provavo una profonda invidia per loro. I miei invece erano fini, delicati e corti. Mentre le mie amichette assomigliavano alle odiose boccolute delle pubblicità, il mio aspetto era quello di un uccellino spennato. E non finisce qui. Ogni volta che i miei capelli cominciavano a crescere, finivano nel giro di poco tra le forbici dell'odiato parrucchiere. Ma poi un giorno ho avuto un'illuminazione. Mi sono venute in mente le parole della nonna. Ho cominciato a frugare nel cestino e... eccolo! Ho trovato quello che mi serviva!
La mia insicurezza era svanita di colpo. Camminavo guardando tutti negli occhi. Ero finalmente sicura, sfacciata e vanitosa.
Come ho fatto, vi chiederete? Semplice. Mi sono messa un fazzoletto in testa e così potevo cambiare il colore dei miei capelli immaginari tutti i giorni e nel frattempo quelli veri sotto crescevano. Il mio primo incontro con la femminilità è avvenuto grazie ad un trucco: usare un fazzoletto come se fosse una parrucca. Gli anni passavano e le elementari erano quasi alla fine. Un giorno la maestra, con il sorriso smagliante, mi chiede:
E tu, piccolina, che cosa vuoi fare da grande?
La guardo fissa in cerca di una risposta che... non arriva. Strizzo gli occhi. Li serro forte. Dentro di me appaiono delle immagini. Un'attrice del cinema muto che fuma, poi subito dopo Ether Parisi che si porta la gamba all'orecchio e accenna un occhiolino, Loretta Goggi che a squarciagola urla di una certa maledetta primavera, interrotta dal passaggio dei voli di una trapezzista, per finire tra le gambe di donnine che si muovono al ritmo di quello che poi conoscerò essere il can-can. Di colpo riapro gli occhi, pronta a dare una risposta soddisfacente alla maestra che era ancora lì pietrificata nell'attesa. Ma non esce nulla. Non perché non ci fosse nulla che desiderassi fare, ma perché non ne conoscevo il nome.
Oggi un nome gliel'ho dato. Burlesque. E questa sono io oggi. I fazzoletti li ho sostituiti con le piume di struzzo. Per prima cosa nel burlesque bisogna trovarsi un nome d'arte. Il mio è Grace Ho. Secondo, creare il proprio personaggio. Terzo, indossarlo. Molti di voi si staranno chiedendo cos'è il burlesque. Ok, esaudirò il vostro desiderio, ma prima partiamo al contrario. Cosa non è il burlesque?
Il burlesque non è solo danza o solo teatro.
Non è il bunga bunga che ha infestato le pagine dei quotidiani.
Il burlesque non è mercificazione del proprio corpo.
Tutto questo non è burlesque.
I think that there needs to be striptease in burlesque. Maybe not everything, but you need to show something.
Capitolo 2. Le origini del burlesque. Per capire cosa sia questo fantomatico burlesque, dobbiamo fare molti passi indietro.
The story of burlesque is a complicated one and a long one, but the short story is that burlesque started around the turn of the previous century, and people were just looking for something that was a little bit more exciting than the traditional opera and a little bit different, and so they started having kind of parodies of opera and traditional classical theater.
During this period, the popular show was called dishabillé. Dishabillé were pantomimes which lasted a few minutes that included women who imitated moments of real life on stage, like sitting down at the vanity to get ready for bed. They took off their clothes and their jewelry. This kind of show was revolutionary for this period, and America brought this style of pantomime inside of their own vaudeville shows. Vaudeville was a show made of different acts, inspired by circus, all inside of theaters.
A really unique art form.
Create your own world, different. And that's what's exciting.
Expose yourself.
Creazione.
Imagination, 想像力.
It's a celebration of being a woman.
Tante cose, tante cose.
Geh nicht fort, mein Herz, geh nicht fort, denn das schmerzt. Bleib hier bei mir, bleib bei mir.
L'Italia non è solo il paese pizza, spaghetti, mandolino e bel canto, ma è anche famoso per le belle donne, l'eleganza e le arti in genere. La mia storia parte dall'Italia, precisamente dalla mia città, Roma.
Io mi chiamo Mircaccio, io servo ad allungare il brodo, visto che il numero di burlesque dura 3 minuti e mezzo.
Il revival della musica, il revival del passato in genere nello show business arriva nei periodi in cui il presente non offre una vera rivoluzione. È una rilettura ironica e quindi curiosa e quindi distaccata e compiaciuta del varietà e dell'avanspettacolo. Fortunatamente si riscopre il passato, si riscopre la bellezza del passato.
One of the reasons why there's a general nostalgia in all spheres of entertainment and fashion and culture is a little bit to do with the fact that there's a world crisis and it's a slightly scary time. But at the moment there is such a lack of security in people's lives and at times like this people tend to look back, and they tend to look back to a time that is rose tinted.
È libera espressione della propria sessualità con un pizzico di follia.
Non sono una burlesque performer, ma lavoro nel mondo del burlesque e la cosa che mi piace di più è che mi diverto sempre come una pazza, sempre.
Si chiama, si sentite, voce o palloni. Se è una vacca son dei mammelloniti. Ci vogliono le poppe. P-O-P-P-E.
Burlesque è praticamente un modo di scherzare, di burlare. Tutte devono trovare, per essere proprio protagoniste del burlesque, devono trovare una personalità bizzarra.
Gianni ha uno yo-yo, è veramente wow. Le mostra la maestra, saltellando alla finestra. È timido ma deve averne fiero. Ci fa più roba lui del papà però.
Capitolo 3. I benefici del burlesque.
We get a lot of people from the community taking those classes, not necessarily just to do burlesque necessarily as a job, but just because of how it makes them feel better about themselves. The burlesque community is so supportive and body positive and, all races, ethnicities, genders, sexuality, and it's just such a welcoming atmosphere.
If I had been born beautiful, I'd smile.
I am a mentor for women who really want to transform their lives personally and professionally. And I feel that dance and movement and really getting in touch with your body is very important for the work that I do, to bring out a woman's confidence.
Insecurities.
And it's like we have this magnetism, this confidence that we're born with. And over the years, whether it's our parents, religion, society telling us we can't do certain things, and we begin to cover ourselves up.
Would have doors open that now are shut.
So we're really living in our heads, and we just kind of like don't even bring our body into it. And I think the burlesque, it's fun, it's spicy, a woman can really play around with it, and just become the woman inside, let her out, let that personality out.
Still with distant eyes and a translator speaks in the baffled soul of the creator.
Everyday women find from the classes, and men as well. It just makes them feel better about themselves, and whether or not they go back into burlesque after that, just seeing how it changes their everyday life. They feel better about themselves, they sit up straighter, they start wearing red lipstick, they just feel a little bit better about themselves and their sexuality.
Can you say me? Style, can you say me? Stella, la 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 la.
Capitolo 4. Dietro la magia.
Having a distinctive makeup style and hairstyle and costume style and performance style as well.
The costume for a burlesque performance has to be conceived in a way to be easily taken off or unfastened, where the clothing becomes your partner, ready to be used in new, imaginative ways.
The main difference between a theatrical costume and a burlesque costume is a burlesque costume is meant to be taken off on stage, and a theatrical costume hopefully stays on throughout your performance.
In the suitcase of a performer, there should be glitter, pasties, feathers, stockings, wigs, corsets, high heels, and other tricks, but I can't give away all of our secrets. The use of some accessories or clothes that are not commonly used in normal life helps to create an illusion. An illusion in the audience. It helps to create a particular world. A world that brings us back into the past to dream.
I'm vegan. I don't use feathers, I don't use fur, and I don't wear leather. And particularly with feathers and fur, that is a really big part of traditional burlesque. So I've had to come up with creative solutions in costuming. So I make feathers out of fabric. Now you can start to get feathers that are made in the same way that silk flowers are, with, just printed on. And so if we can save money on feathers and save the animals and also make that, it's much better. And so I made the beautiful stoles with the little faces, all like you would make a teddy bear. So, but finding very realistic looking fur, but still being very glamorous and elegant and having that same old world feel that is so great about burlesque. There are lots of challenges to taking off clothes easily and in a way that isn't humorous when you don't want it to be. Although that's when a sexy classic act becomes a comedy act, when suddenly your zipper is stuck and oh no, what's happening?
As I design my own costumes, I'm always looking for new ways of taking them off and making them literally fall apart in front of the audience when I intend to. And my newest challenge is the quick change. When you kind of pull a string and it just pow falls off. There's no zipper, no snaps, there's just magic.
There's many aspects to burlesque and to bring actually a number onto stage. It goes from everything from choreographing, of course, like your dance steps, to the music. A lot of times I have music remixed personally for me to make it fit the theater piece or the dance piece I'm bringing to stage. It's the costume as well, because a costume has to tell the story. The audience has to get exactly what's going on. And sometimes it's obvious, sometimes it's like, okay, I'm Cleopatra as soon as I walk up on stage. But other times it's the layering and it's the revealing, and you don't get the full character of what the story's telling until the different layers come off, and the different layers can tell a story. And it goes from everything from your hair and your makeup. It's not just we walk off the street and we're going to do day hair and day makeup on stage. It's really developing a character, or also your persona. It's a challenge or a request by a producer. Other times it could be just an image that I see, or a costume, or a color that I want to build a costume around. There's so many different things that become an act, and it's really a small theater piece when you think that you have 3 to 8 minutes to perform some meaningful number on stage that hopefully will resonate to the audience and it will make sense to them. So it's quite a challenge.
Come gusto derivo dal circo di inizio secolo. Io ho lavorato molto a livello estetico sul mio corpo, decorandolo con dei tatuaggi, rifacendomi molto all'immagine delle donne tatuate dei freak show. Essendo make-up artist specializzata in trucco d'epoca, ciò che caratterizza i miei personaggi è un make-up molto particolare, che va a sottolineare un occhio molto teatrale, molto bistrato, che ricorda quei film degli anni '20. Una guancia molto rossa, un dettaglio di un neo che però in realtà è un gioiello, uno Swarovski, delle labbra glitterate e dalla forma a cuore.
Capitolo 5. Inizia il tour. Ed eccomi in Olanda per l'Amsterdam Burlesque Award.
I'm a traveling performer, so every other week right now, for the last 7 weeks, every 4 days I'm changing a city, and it's been going on for a while. I try to travel at least for 8 months a year. It's fun. It's exhausting, but I would never trade it for anything. It's the best thing ever. It's like everything I saw so many amazing things this year.
Live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are
I experienced so many things I never thought I could experience. And I met so many people I never knew I would be honored to meet. And stayed in homes of people, so much kindness, so much. That's the real feeling of the community. It's a real feeling of people are actually much better than I thought they would, and that's what traveling brought to me. The biggest challenge, because I come from Russia and we don't really have the culture of being funny, is to try and be funny while still being attractive, professional, and beautiful. Because in my culture, funny is embarrassing, and I think funny is the best thing ever. Personal, because if you're a stripper, if you're a ballet dancer, if you all sorts of professional dancers, you actually mostly do stuff that other people made up for you. And if you're a burlesque performer, at least some parts of your performance, 70% at least, your ideas, it's your own stuff. And so that's what makes burlesque so very, very special for me.
Capitolo 6. L'arte dello stuzzicare. L'essenza del burlesque. Teasing è sedurre. Teasing è ammiccare. Teasing è provocare. Teasing è creare delle attese. Delle attese che puoi tradire o assecondare.
Making the audience want something more, but not giving them everything, making them wait for it or not get it at all.
Finalmente sono atterrata a Londra.
It was just a very natural progression from being a dancer and being a blank canvas to then stepping up and having complete creative control and being able to do exactly what I wanted and to be the dancer, choreographer, director, costumer and be a complete creative unit as one.
The way that we approach our shows, well, first of all, you have three ladies on stage, and the way that we dress and the fact that we move together a lot of the time, that we use, I wouldn't say that we have choreography per se or that we dance, but we certainly have certain ways of moving that we do together. And these ways of moving, they hark back to the times of variety, a certain amount of leg showing. And the tease element of that is more, I don't even know if it's sexual or even sensual. It's just more of a cartoon-like idea of what seduction is like. So the way that we approach it is a seduction seen through the eyes of Betty Boop or even Olive Oil, you know, a cartoon character, Minnie Mouse, seducing the audience. We never take ourselves particularly seriously, but we really do enjoy and luxuriate in this idea of being a lady on stage with very flamboyant kind of costumes and flamboyant ways of performing. So I would say that you could call the Pini sisters burlesquers in the broadest sense of the term.
About burlesque is that it's all about different size and shape and look, from sexy to ugly sexy to the grotesque.
Nothing better than feeling like you've connected with everyone in the audience and getting them to enjoy it.
Sometimes I don't know how to deal with myself.
It's the best form of therapy. You get everything out and then you feel much better. For me, burlesque is like a release.
Ed eccomi arrivata nella città europea più all'avanguardia e densa di fermento artistico, Berlino. Qui il burlesque si declina in sperimentazioni e contaminazioni varie, come spesso succede anche in campo musicale. E così chiamo subito la mia collega e amica Clia e mi dice che stava andando dal dottor Sketchy. Ho sentito varie volte parlare del dottor Sketchy e ora finalmente potevo incontrarlo. E così corro sul posto. Ah, dimenticavo, il dottor Sketchy non è una persona fisica, ma un movimento artistico ormai presente in più di 100 città in giro per tutto il mondo. Una vera e propria scuola di burlesque art. Si organizzano sessioni di disegno aventi come modelle delle vere e proprie performance di burlesque, da ritrarre o in pose ammicanti o mentre si esibiscono. Capitolo 7. Gli Stati Uniti. Una contagiosa malattia si era infilata sotto la mia pelle. Avevo contratto il morbo di Nando Mericoni e in un battibaleno volo sopra l'oceano. e affondo i miei tacchi sul suolo della città degli angeli. Finalmente in America, la culla del burlesque.
The burlesque revival started for myself and a lot of the ladies in Los Angeles around 1995, 94, and we started with the Velvet Hammer group, and it was just a bunch of like-minded girls who really were inspired by the old men magazines with the burlesque girls in them and these fierce-looking women. And the whole idea of taking back our sexuality away from what was going on in the strip clubs and things like that in the 90s, which was a lot of lap dancing and a lot of cookie cutter image of what women had to be like with the, you know, the fake boobs, and it has to be this and it has to be very porn based, and that wasn't sexy to us at all. And what was sexy to us was really the image of those ladies back in the 30s, 40s, 50s. And we started a show on Valentine's Day, 1995. It was a supper club, and it sold out. And so burlesque started for us at that moment, and we just kept continuing on with it. Stuff that a lot of people don't understand is that we are all our own, most of us are our own business managers, tour managers. I spend months designing and making my own European tours. I have to, I book the shows. It's the back and forth. It's a small business aspect of burlesque too that I really love.
Capitolo 8. Burlesque. Un business per donne indipendenti.
You have to book your own shows. You have to, a lot of times, like I produce shows. I'm also a teacher, so I have to, arrange classes, teach people. We're doing so many different jobs within burlesque. It's really independent women really working for themselves, and there's a lot of hours behind it, but you're working for this art form, and you're working for yourself, and it's so much more rewarding for myself.
What does producing burlesque mean? There's not a lot of money in the industry. It's all about putting everything you have into the show, all of your time, all of your efforts, everyone that you know, and everyone getting together and meeting together in the room, and you just make this thing happen. It's all about making a thing happen.
Burlesque for me is a really unique art form which enables solo artists to express themselves through whichever variety of entertainment they choose. Tease is not always directly, the teasing of an item of clothing. I like to infuse the tease into my act. So it might be, elements in the show that make you want more of that part of the show.
Let's go out tonight, baby. I don't wanna stay home tonight.
Alright, I'm ready. Il giorno seguente allo spettacolo, dopo un'adeguata dormita e un'altrettanto adeguata colazione a base di uova strapazzate e bacon, mi ritrovavo alla guida di un'auto consumando miglia e miglia. E finalmente, dopo 8 ore, raggiungevo la seconda tappa di quello che sarebbe diventato il mio tour americano.
San Francisco is one of the places where the new burlesque movement exploded, and it is everywhere in San Francisco. There are shows every night of the week, all over town, and more performers in San Francisco than I've seen anywhere else. It is a huge part of our culture here in San Francisco.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Burlesque Fair!
The MC is a person that is sort of kind of like when you're sailing a boat and there's a person drumming. That's the MC. They're keeping the beat up, they're keeping the energy up, they're moving things along, they're leading you into the next act.
Everybody, everybody. Outside, be quiet, please. Be quiet.
Travel. I go
the tart.
Time and relative dimension in space. Yes, that's it. Names are funny. It's me. I think you call me sexy.
And I smile when you smile when I smile, you cry when I'm sad, I die when you go. I smile when you smile when I smile, you smile when I shine, I die when you go. And I smile when you smile when I smile, when I shine, I die when you go.
And so there's lots of women in the audience as well as men, and I love that everyone can enjoy burlesque.
Je crois les loin dit ça. Je crois les loin toi dit ça. Je crois que tu crois que je crois que notre roi dit ça.
Finito lo spettacolo, ecco che parte il dopo show, dove pubblico ed artisti si fondono in un misto di chiacchiere, bevande e a volte anche di golosi spuntini notturni.
Want the mushroom bruschetta? There you go, that's the one, right? Want mushroom bruschetta?
Prossima destinazione, Las Vegas. Ed eccomi arrivata al Burlesque Hall of Fame Weekender. Oddio, non mi sembra vero di essere qui. Ben condita dalla mia protezione 50, mi affaccio in piscina ed intravedo già tutti gli artisti che stasera mi faranno sognare sul palco.
How are you? I'm good. How are you? It's important that women are comfortable in their skin and realize that beauty comes in all different shapes, sizes, and forms. I feel like it's a great way to be able to overcome fears as well as being able to heal.
Geh nicht fort, mein Herz, geh nicht fort, denn das schmerzt. Bleib hier bei mir, bleib bei mir. Geh nicht fort, mein Herz, geh nicht fort, denn das schmerzt. Bleib hier bei mir, bleib bei mir.
The competition at Burlesque Hall of Fame, it's a tradition that was started by Dixie Evans. She called it a pageant, and it is one of the highest titles you can win in the burlesque industry. It's next year will be our 25th year for the pageant. And it's what we want to do is we want to find the people that are extending the boundaries of burlesque, who are performing, who are pushing the boundaries, who are always finding something new, a new interpretation of burlesque, and doing it at an extremely high and professional level, who will bring it to our stage. And we want to honor those people. It's a part of our history that makes history.
Se cambiamo 2 lettere alla parola burlesque, ne viene fuori una nuova, boylesque. Sì, avete capito bene, boylesque. In questo mondo colorato ci sono anche i maschietti. E che talenti! Capitolo 9. Boylesque.
Is very do-it-yourself. You know, it's an opportunity for me to be. I get to sit in the director chair, create my own act, do my own choreography, and you know, really form my own personalized self-expression, and present my art as it is in its entirety for an audience. And that's burlesque.
What's important for me on stage is it's about the artistry, and it's about like really kind of honoring what burlesque is, and like the idea of it being about sexuality and empowerment, and really honoring the women that came before. I get as naked as the women do, I do pasties just like the women do, because, it's silly that they have to cover them, so because they cover theirs, I cover mine. I go down to Merkins like they do, I rhinestone my costumes the same way they do, and, that's my way of kind of honoring that. My contribution to burlesque is, what I do as far as like the artistry, putting things in, really having like themes and concepts in my acts, so that I'm not just, getting up there and like, being like, oh, look, I'm a guy, and I'm gonna take off my clothes, no, so.
About celebrating burlesque legends. So we get all of those classic women who were performing, in the 30s, 40s, and 50s, and now into the 60s and 70s as we're all getting a little older. Those women who were doing it back when it was in the original heyday.
Capitolo 10. Le leggende del burlesque.
Legends Night on Friday and getting to see them all take to the stage. It's just tears and joy the whole night seeing them, and just how even at 80 or 90 years old, you can just own a stage. A true performer, the audience is hers and the stage is hers, and she just, no matter if she's in a wheelchair or whatever physical disability she has from age, as soon as she gets out there, that all just drops away and she's just a star.
The tease, to see men wanting me, and to know that when I go home, I have a husband. Can't have me.
For all the years of waiting, and all we left undone, apologies unspoken, we both blame the other one. And every day that goes by.
How did you start doing burlesque?
How it started. They say if you want to make money, show your body. So I did, and I made a lot of money. But in the interim, I enjoyed it and made a career out of it.
I wish I never walked away and held it all in for so long.
never give up and take criticism from other people, but do what you feel in your heart.
Getting to meet them and hear their experiences, you can't even describe how great it is it's like meeting a grandmother you never knew you had, who loves what you do and supports it and is so happy and proud of you. So great to meet these women and to have that shared experience with them and just to see their joy of us carrying on what they used to do, but now doing it because we love it.
It's the only museum in the world that is strictly about preserving the history of burlesque. It's a small museum in Las Vegas. It needs all the help it can. We have a lot of artifacts that just needs to be on display, but we need all the help that we can get.
L'ultima tappa del mio viaggio è il Museo del Burlesque. Non faccio in tempo a mettere il piede dentro che vengo risucchiata da immagini, colori, piume, suoni. E qui tutto mi sembra familiare. Sembrerà assurdo quello che vi sto dicendo, ma quelle donnine in bianco e nero appese alle pareti sono vive. Sento i loro passi muoversi a tempo di musica. Avverto il sibilo della calza che si sfila. Sento gli schiocchi dei lacci del corsetto che si slacciano. Avverto l'aria che si sposta al movimento dell'anca. Il rimbombo dell'applauso del pubblico. Sì, signori miei, sono vive e mi abitano dentro.
Je m'appelle les jardins du le pâté péture, les super. L'amour, je m'appelle, c'est pareil, tu parais, tu pas que tu se parais. Les arrêts, tu le parais, tu se marrais, tu se parais, tu sais. Oh, que je parais, elle est pareil, tu du bon. C'est blasé, arraché, c'est pareil. Je m'appelle, je parais d'amour et c'était dur. Les super, les sûrs, les plaisirs, c'est parti du père, tu du coco, et c'est parti du bord et du zombord, tu sais pas, c'est à du art, très bon, on se paraît, tu sais pas, les super, je vois. Les jardins de le fleuron, c'est blessé. plaisir et la chanson. J'ai l'amour et il me corps. Les très bons super, je t'adore.